Ito na naman si Nico Fabian, nandito po sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, and today is July 27 po, Sunday na Sunday. Wishing all of you a happy, prosperous Sunday. Good afternoon or good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you. Salamat pagi, salamat patang, salamat malam to all of you, ang mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, particularly dito po sa Sabah, ang mga kababayan ko po dyan sa Pilipinas, mga kababayan natin po dyan sa iba-ibang parte sa mundo, ang mga overseas Filipino workers. And what is the significant today, Sunday po? The significant is today we are celebrating Grandparents' Day. To all the grandparents, I would like to wish each and every one of you a happy Grandparents' Day. And sana lang po, you are in good health and doing fine po. No? Doing fine and of course, still happily living. Living and enjoying the gift that our Creator gave to us, no? Sa atin po, ang mga grandchildren natin. Dahil grandpa na tayo po, grandma na tayo. So, happy Grandparents' Day today to each and every one of you. Okay, tuloy na tayo po sa programa natin, ang mga issues natin po tungkol sa Pilipinas po. Tuloy pa rin ang hot issue sa Pilipinas tungkol sa desisyon ng Supreme Court regarding itong declaring the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte as unconstitutional. Ibig sabihin po, malaking sabihin natin there is a big possibility excuse me, i-arrange muna tayo. There is a big possibility that the impeachment trial or hearing of Inday Sara Duterte will not push through po, no? Will not push through dahil po ang Supreme Court natin, ang mga members ng Supreme Court natin, ang mga justices, they already voted, agreed that the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte is unconstitutional and should be dismissed immediately po, no? Should be dismissed immediately. But there are some sectors, even senators and even congressmen, they do not agree with or they agree, but they still want to challenge the decision of the Supreme Court, wherein the voting figures during the voting of the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte was 13-0 po. Ibig sabihin, 13 of the justices ng Supreme Court came out with a yes vote, declaring it unconstitutional. Declaring it unconstitutional. So, yun po. So, mayroon din yan nag-announce din ang Supreme Court. It doesn't mean that absolute na po, no? Si Inday Sara sa impeachment, no? Hindi po. If they want to push through with another impeachment complaint against VP Sara, they can only do it on or after February 6, 2026 because of the one-year bar ruling po, no? Wherein isang impeachment complaint lang po pwede sabihin natin push through in 1 year po, no? Hindi pwede 2, 3, 4 po, no? So, yun po ang decision. So, wala na po. If they want to do it again, if they want to do it again or file a complaint of impeachment against VP Sara, it will be on the next year, 2026 po. Alright? And I'll be touching on that thing, Mag-usap-usap tayo tungkol itong mga politicians, sa mga reactions ng mga senator, mga congressmen natin, anong desisyon ng Kamara, ng Kamara or House of Representatives regarding the decision of the Supreme Court. I was made to understand that nag-decide din ang Kamara or House of Representatives or ang mga congressmen. They agreed that they are going to submit or file a motion of reconsideration doon po sa Supreme Court po. Ibig sabihin, they will try to appeal to the Supreme Court to reverse the decision or their decision po, ang 13-0. Medyo mahirap yan po, but it is the right of the House of Representatives. If they want to file a motion of reconsideration, then it is up to them. But depende na yan po sa Supreme Court whether the decision will be favorable or they will be successful ang appeal ng Kamara to reverse the decision of the Supreme Court po. And I was made to understand, based on our Constitution, the House of Representatives is given 15 days to file a motion of reconsideration. So, bago lang kita po. So, maybe anytime tomorrow or maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, because tomorrow, busy-busy ang mga tao dyan sa Pilipinas because mayroon na tayo yon na sabihin natin, House of Representatives, kasi mayroon na tayong mga scheduled events dyan po sa Pilipinas. Tomorrow, one of which is yun na po, mag-convene na ang 20th Congress dyan po sa Pilipinas, both the House of Representatives and House of the Senate. And in the afternoon, that will be in the morning. And in the afternoon, now we are going to hear once again, because it is a yearly event, yearly appointment, ang report ng President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. We call it the State of the Nation Address, which will start at 4 p.m. tomorrow po. Tomorrow. So, abangan din niya po. I will try to cover it now. Ang State of the Nation of the President tomorrow, kung may time kayo po. And if I will be successful to hook up ang live State of the Nation Address of Bongbong Marcos, then stay tuned lang kayo po dito sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. At the same time, dito sa programa natin, I'll be touching a little bit on, hindi nyo ba alam kung nasaan ngayon si Vice President Inday Sara Duterte? Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, for your information, mga kababayan ko, no? Inday Sara Duterte has just delivered her speech dyan po sa South Korea. She's now in South Korea and having a rally, a dialogue, a meeting with the overseas Filipino workers and migrant Filipinos dyan po sa South Korea. Later on, I will give you a portion of the speech of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, wherein she was explaining ang situation ni Tatay Digong, who is now under the custody of the International Criminal Court po dyan sa The Hague, dyan po sa The Hague, Netherlands. And yes, I will also be touching on mga reactions sa mga senators, politicians regarding itong unconstitutional, the declaration of the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte made by the Supreme Court. Ang mga reactions ng Malacanang, ang reaction ng mga senators and congressmen. Not all, but yan po, I can share with you some footages. But in the meantime, to start with po, nandito po, I will share with you the footage which I have recorded para sa inyong lahat po, no? Mga followers natin dito sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, a portion of the speech of Inday Sara Duterte dyan po sa South Korea. But before giving you that footage, i-shoutout muna tayo kay Noel Flores Tingson, one of the Filipino leaders ng Sacred Heart Prayer Group po, Filipino prayer group po, si Brad Noel Flores Tingson, who is watching ang programa natin dito po ngayon sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Good evening to you and happy Grandfather's Day, Grandparents' Day to you, brother, no? And of course to your wife and of course to your children and mayroon naman grandchildren, mayroon na. I was made to understand mayroon na. So all the best, Godspeed, and take good care of yourself and your family. And of course, enjoy your life. Taking care or looking after ang mga apo ni ni Brad Noel Flores Tingson. Also, the same thing, sabihin natin, wishes goes to the wife of Noel, at the same time to Mary Lou Pentonio, who is also watching ang programa natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, and ang mga relatives natin po dito sa Malaysia, ang Fabian family, ang Pento family, ang Chong family, and lahat na, mga relatives natin dito po sa Sabah is Malaysia, and of course, dyan din po sa Pilipinas. And sa London, sa Germany, mayroon din tayong mga, sabihin natin, mga immediate family members po. And of course, ang origin natin dyan sa Sumuanga, ang Fabian clan, I would like to say, all the best. Happy Grandparents' Day today. Alright, nandito na po. Huwag na tayo i-delay itong speech ni Inday Sara Duterte dyan po sa South Korea. Sa South Korea. Alright, let's listen to this. You all done, Let's listen to the a portion of the speech of Inday Sara Duterte sa South Korea. Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Marami sa inyo nagtatanong, kamusta na si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte? Okay lang siya? Pinapaabot niya sa inyong lahat na huwag kayong mag-alala dahil wala naman siyang nararamdaman sa kanyang kalusugan. May edad na siya, may mga sakit na siya, oo, pero walang emergency na nararamdaman siya sa kanyang kalusugan. Kaya sabi niya, huwag kayong mag-alala at lalong-lalo na huwag kayong gumastos na pumunta doon sa Hague. Sabi niya, ayaw niya na gumagastos kayo ng pera ninyo para sa pagpapakita ng suporta sa kanya dahil mas kailangan yung pera ninyo ng inyong mga pamilya na naiiwan doon sa Pilipinas. Nasa ilang days na ba siya? Sobra 100 days na siyang nakakulong doon sa prison Scheveningen sa ICC detention unit ng The Hague, Netherlands. Dalawa po ang tinatanong at hinihingi ng mga abogado ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa korte. Una na, an interim release o yung pakawalan ka habang tumutuloy ang kaso. Marami sa inyo, kilala yon bilang tawag na bail. Pero sa ICC o sa Rome Statute, walang bail ang isang accused. Meron lang siyang interim release ang tawag. Paano ka ba mabigyan ng interim release? Unang-una, kailangan umattend ka ng hearing ng trial kapag sinabi ng korte na kailangan mo pumunta doon sa korte. At kaya yon gawin ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Dahil hindi naman siya lalayas. Paulit-ulit niyang sinabi, sumama na nga ako, pinadala ko na, tinulak niyo na ako sa airplane, dinala niyo na ako ng eroplano ninyo dito. Wala akong intensyon na lumayas. Nasa Hong Kong na ako. Pwede na akong mawala. Pero ano ang sinabi ko? Uuwi ako sa Pilipinas. At yun lang din ang sinasabi niya hanggang ngayon. Wala siyang sinasabi, magtatago ako sa Africa, magtatago ako sa Antarctica. Wala siyang sinasabing gano'n. Sinasabi nangyari. Ibig sabihin, para sa kanya, ituloy nyo lang. Noong siya ay Pangulo, nag-file ng kaso sa ICC si Senator Trillanes. Alam na ni dating Pangulong Duterte kung sino ang mga witnesses. Hindi naman tinago yun sa ating lahat, di ba? Paulit-ulit ang investigasyon ni at pagbibigay testimonya ni Las Cañas at ni Bato-Bato. Meron ba siyang ginawa kay Las Cañas o kay Bato-Bato o kay Trillanes man? Wala. Buhay na buhay ang buhay.
Alright, yun po ang speech, ang portion of the speech of Inday Sara Duterte po, dyan po sa South Korea. And of course, she also mentioned other issues po regarding what is happening in the Philippines po, no? And one of the issues, which I also agree, no? Na sabi ni, if you heard about the statement of President Bongbong Marcos regarding ang flash flood, ang typhoon, ang flooding dyan po sa Pilipinas, sa Maynila and other parts in the Philippines, no? Sabi niya, it is now, it's not something special, when we talk about flash flood, flooding, landslide, and all these things po, heavy rain, typhoon sa Pilipinas. It is normal norm na yun po. Normal norm na yun po. So, ibig sabihin ba yun? We have to accept it already na every time may mga typhoon, we know already Philippines is very prone in typhoons. In fact, we have 15 to 20 typhoons in a year. Every year yun po, we experience typhoon po, no? And yun na, that is one of the reasons why we are experiencing itong sabihin natin flash flood, no? Na-submerge ang mga areas dyan po sa Manila, sa Bulacan, sa Iloilo, sa Ilocos, sa Buanga City, Pagadian, bomb areas, no? We experience itong sabihin natin flash flood and millions and billions of damages being caused by the typhoon dyan po sa Pilipinas every year. And now, here comes our president, si Bongbong Marcos, informing the general public, ang Filipinos, no? Sa Pilipinas. Now, we have to accept it. Normal norm na ito po. Normal norm na ito po. Hindi kagaya noon that when we experience itong mga submersion of areas due to flash flood, this is something new, something special for us. But ngayon daw, sabi niya, na this is already a normal norm sa buhay ng mga Filipinos. Grabe naman, no? Bakit? Are you trying to tell us to accept it na ganito na talaga ang Pilipinas? At nasaan na po ang mga 7 or 5,000 flood control projects niyo po which you announced last year? And what are you doing now? No? Does it mean that accept na tayo, normal norm na ito? And you will not be doing, the government, the Marcos administration will not be doing anything anymore, or carry out major projects to control the flooding in the Philippines? Kasi normal na ito sa mga Pilipino. Sana wag naman ganyan po, no? Let's listen to what he will say bukas sa SONA po. But for me, I totally agree with Inday Sara Duterte when she gave a negative criticism regarding the statement of Bongbong Marcos recently, saying that this typhoon, effects of typhoon, domino effects of typhoons that we are experiencing every year, several of them, 15 to 20, is a normal norm now. Normal na lang daw yun po. Grabe naman, no? Wag naman ganyan. Did we experience grabe or a situation during the time of Tatay Digong? I hate to compare, no? But during the time of Tatay Digong po, wala tayong malaking problema tungkol sa flash flood dyan po sa Manila, no? Ang mga drainage natin clog, no? Problema talaga yun po. Mabuti lang, nandiyan ngayon si Mayor Yorme, no? Isko Moreno po, cleaning the area. And of course, nakita din natin mga iba-ibang mga mayors in different cities, municipalities, of provinces po. They are doing the same thing. Like, dyan po sa Zamboanga, the first day of office of the newly elected Mayor of Zamboanga City, si Mayor Kimer Olaso, what he did is cleanliness campaign and trying to solve the problem of flash flood po dyan sa Zamboanga. So, medyo mahirap yata dyan po to accept ang statement ni Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos, na itong flood problems natin sa Pilipinas, we have to take it as a norm na po sa buhay ng mga Filipinos. Sana wag naman ganyan. Alright? So, let's continue with our issues regarding itong sabihin natin, the next topic is about the declaration of the Supreme Court declaring the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte as unconstitutional. And of course, Malacanang already mentioned, announced officially that we should respect the decision of the Supreme Court po. However, blah, 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 blah. Later on na yan po. So, let me share you an article, a news article. This is the banner stories in major Philippine mainstream media po, dyan sa Pilipinas po. And the title or the heading of this sabihin natin news article coming from Philstar is House to Appeal Supreme Court ruling on VP Sara Duterte's impeachment. Alright? So, let's allow me to read this news article po so that you will be able to have an idea na ano talaga. In other words po, ang House of Representatives they are seriously contemplating or maybe has already agreed that they will file a motion of reconsideration on the decision of the Supreme Court declaring the impeachment article of Inday Sara Duterte as unconstitutional. Alright, nandito po. Let's listen to this news article po. The House of Representatives will file a motion for the reconsideration on the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte after the Supreme Court struck it down, declaring it unconstitutional. Princess Abante, spokesperson for the House of Representatives, said that while the chamber respects the High Court's decision, it is deeply concerned that the ruling was based on erroneous factual premises that contradict official House records. She noted that the key point of contention is the Supreme Court's claim that the impeachment complaint filed on February 5, 2025 was transmitted to the Senate without a plenary vote. An assertion Abante said is wrong. Alright? The House maintains that the impeachment process was in accordance with and followed the Constitution and jurisprudence, such as the decision in the Francisco and Gutierrez. In short, the House did everything to adhere to the rules and principles of our Constitution and the Supreme Court's previous ruling, according to Princess Abante. Abante cited the Francisco versus House of Representatives case in 2003, which held that the impeachment proceeding is initiated once a verified complaint is filed and referred to the Committee on Justice for action. She also referred to the Gutierrez versus House of Representatives Committee on Justice ruling in 2011, which stated that multiple impeachment complaints may be simultaneously referred to the committee and would count as one initiation. She also clarified that on February 5, House Majority Leader Menix Dalipe moved to transmit the complaint to the Senate, noting it was verified and signed by at least one-third of the House members. This motion, according to Abante, was approved in plenary, and a panel of public prosecutors was immediately formed as detailed in House Journal number 36 and the official record of the House of Representatives. The transmission to the Senate was not unilateral or ministerial. It was a clear result of plenary action, Abante said. The House also refuted the High Court's assertion that it failed to act on the first three impeachment complaints filed in December 2024. Abante explained that on the same day, the February complaint was acted upon. The House also voted in plenary to achieve the December complaints. On the same day, the February complaint was acted upon. The House also voted in plenary to achieve three impeachment complaints filed in December, Abante said in Filipino. This was done hours before the session adjourned, as it was confirmed that the February complaint was signed and verified by one-third of the House members, she added. The spokesperson also criticized the High Court's conclusion that the complaint was neglected due to adjournment, calling it clearly contrary to official record and documents submitted to the Senate Court. The House spokesperson also pointed out that the Supreme Court's conclusion that the February complaint violated the one-year bar was based on factual and procedural inversion, arguing that the premise of the High Court's legal pronouncement was incorrect. Abante pointed out that the decision failed to include the plenary vote, misread the timeline of the House action, and gave more credence to a news article than to the official House Journal and reports directly submitted to the High Court. So, yun po. Yun po. And, ano ito? Okay, how did the Supreme Court rule? On Friday, July 25, the Supreme Court ruled that the articles of impeachment against Duterte are unconstitutional due to the one-year prohibition rule on impeachment complaints, which the High Court said the House violated. The Senate does not acquire jurisdiction of impeachment complaint. The NBEC's decision stemmed from how the first three impeachment complaints were filed, archived, and dismissed before the House adjourned on February 5th, the same day the plenary impeached Duterte. To the Supreme Court NBEC, archiving meant that an impeachment proceeding against Duterte was already initiated. Therefore, it believes that the fourth impeachment complaint would serve to initiate another within the same year. Same year. So yun po ang decision of the Supreme Court po. So yun ang latest updates natin po tungkol sa desisyon ng House of Representatives of Kamara po, no? That they will be filing itong motion of reconsideration po, appealing to the Supreme Court to reverse their decision po. Alright? Remember, 13-0 ang figure po ng votation dyan po ng mga justices ng Supreme Court. 13 zeros. And I don't think so it will be easy for the House of Representatives to convince these justices to reverse their decision. But anyway, let's wait and see po. Let's not jump into conclusion ngayon po. But that's my personal opinion po. Mahirapan unless what? I don't know what other evidences or proof that they can submit to the Supreme Court and convince to the justices to reverse their decision. Alright, I will share with you itong footage po. Ngayon, an interview by the mainstream media po, one of the mainstream media po, television po, dyan sa Pilipinas, and they interviewed ang spokesperson ng House of Representatives, and I'm referring to no other than Attorney Princess Abante po, no, regarding the issue. Let's listen to this po, ang interview sa kanya. Hold on, sa interview sa kanya. Hold on, nandito. Let's listen to this.
Okay lang. So, yun nga, no, nagpabigay na rin ng pahayag si Speaker Martin Romualdez kagabi na ang House of Representatives ay magpa-file ng motion for reconsideration sa naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema na diniklarang unconstitutional ang paghain ng impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte.
Opo. Attorney Princess, ano po yung magiging basehan or grounds ng ang MR po na ipa-file sa Supreme Court?
Well, sa ngayon po, nakikita po natin na unang-una, may mga factual na mga detalye na hindi na take into consideration ng Supreme Court. Tungkol dun sa binanggit na hindi napasa ng plenaryo yung hindi dumaan sa plenary, yung impeachment complaint, lahat naman po yan ay nasa records, no, ng House of Representatives. Kaya magpa-file pa rin ng motion for reconsideration para mas maliwanagan din yung mga detalye na meron ang Supreme Court. Kasama naman na po yan sa mga nasubmit na documents before dun sa comment na sa compliance na ni-require ng Supreme Court sa House of Representatives, pero mukhang hindi siya na take into consideration sa paggawa ng desisyon, kaya magpa-file po ng motion for reconsideration ng House para mabigyan ng pagkakataon na mapakinggan ulit ang House of Representatives dito sa naging proseso na ito.
Opo. Attorney Princess, balik kailan po balak i-file itong MR na ito? And gaano po kakumpiyansa siguro yung Kamara na mapagbibigyan or mapag-aaralan pa ito ng Korte Suprema given po na unanimous kasi yung SC ruling? Mahirap baliktarin po. Kasi, ayun, sinasabi kasi mahirap na mabaliktad yung sa Supreme Court na ruling. Opo. Attorney, go ahead po.
Yan, hindi ko lang po sigurado kung kailan po yung actual filing ng motion for reconsideration. Nasa rules naman po that a party will still have at least 15 days to file their motion. Pero hintayin po natin kung kailan po na mahahanda ito ng council ng House of Representatives.
Pero Attorney Abante, hindi ba critical na makapag-file ka agad ng motion for reconsideration kasi pwede magkaroon ng mabilis na aksyon ang Senado? Kagaya po kanina, si Senator Lacson po na interview namin, para sa kanya dapat irespeto yung Supreme Court
Ang
ruling.
term po na ginamit niya, tapos na. Tapos irespeto na lang daw po yung decision.
Respeto na, at para sa kasi natanong din ho namin na kung ano ba, pwede bang maghintay ang Senado ng final ruling kasi given na magpa-file po kayo ng motion for reconsideration. Sabi niya po, ang tingin niya, hindi na dapat hintayin pa yung final ruling kasi after all, pwede na sila mag-decide ngayon at isa pa, mahirap na nga mabaliktad yung Supreme Court ruling because 13-0 po yung naging decision.
critical yung time element.
Ganun pa man, may opportunity pa rin naman po mag-file na motion for reconsideration ang House of Representatives kung kahit ba unanimous yung naging desisyon ng Supreme Court, kung meron naman din po kami may lalatag na mga argumento para mabigyan ng pagkakataon na baka mas malinawagan, maging malinaw sa kanila ang naging hakbangin ng House of Representatives, nararapat lang na gawin po ito ng House.
So, bilang tagapagsalita po ng Kamara, Attorney Abante, sa tingin ho ninyo, panawagan ng Kamara sa desisyon, dito po, tungkol dito sa desisyon ng o ruling na Supreme Court sa Articles of Impeachment na wag munang magpasya ang Senado bilang impeachment court dito at hintayin ang final ruling, hintayin yung filing ninyo ng motion for reconsideration at yung decision dito ng Supreme Court. Attorney.
Okay, yun po ang medyo na sila, may technical problem sila dyan. But yun ba ang question, will the Congress, will the House of Representatives request or appeal to the Senate not to make a decision first and wait for the, sabihin natin yun, na final decision ng Supreme Court kasi they are going to file itong motion for reconsideration dyan sa Supreme Court. Now, we were also made to understand, officially, it was announced sa mga mainstream media sa Pilipinas, na ang Senado, the Senate has the right to make a decision on Monday. On Monday na yan po. Bukas, they will, should there be any motion, sa Senado po, they will come to voting na yan po, voting whether to dismiss outrightly because of the decision of the Supreme Court declaring the impeachment article of VP Sara is unconstitutional. Then outrightly they will dismiss itong complaint. Now, looking at the numbers dyan pa sa Senado, medyo marami po, Marami I think they have more than 13 yata, who is supporting or who will be supporting for the dismissal of the impeachment complaint of VP Sara po, of VP Sara. And you also heard a lot of some senators, congressmen saying that the trial must continue. But the bottom line there po, the bottom line is that it must be a consensus decision made by the senators. It doesn't mean that si Senator Bamakino calling for the continuation of the trial. Some other senators saying that kailangan mag-start po ang impeachment trial ni Inday Sara Duterte despite of the decision of the Supreme Court po. 1 or 2 or 3 or even 5 of them po. But what counts most is the majority voting po, Majority voting. If majority says dismiss, then it is dismissed. If the majority says that let us not wait for the decision of the Supreme Court because of the filing of the motion for reconsideration by the House of Representatives, wala na tayong magawa po kung mag-decide ang Senado ay majority vote po. Majority vote. Alright. So, okay, mayroon pa tayo isang footage kay Attorney Princess Abante, ang spokesperson ng House of Representatives, kasi kanina may technical problem sila and now they went on, what I'm going to share with you now is a patch of phone patch na lang po, Wala na ang video, audio na lang po. Let's listen to this. You hold on. Let's listen to this. Saan na yun? Okay, nandito po.
Ano po ang magiging actions nila sa naging ruling ng Supreme Court at sa impeachment proceedings para naman po sa House of Representatives ay talagang sabi naman po namin ay siguraduhin po namin na ilalaban ang independence ng House of Representatives, lalong-lalo na sa naging role nito, ang exclusive role na binigay ng konstitusyon sa pag-initiate ng impeachment proceedings.
Opo. Pero kayo po, Attorney Abante, bilang tagapagsalita ng Kamara, kayo ho ba'y aapela sa Senado na magsagawa ng paglilitis? Kasi ganun din po yung sinasabi ng ilang mga legal experts, yung panawagan ng iba natin mga kababayan na despite ng desisyon ng Korte Suprema, sana ituloy pa rin ng Senate bilang impeachment court yung trial.
Naniniwala po ako na sana ay mabigyan ng Senado yung role gawin ng Senado ang kanilang role sa impeachment proceedings. Bagamat meron pong ganitong desisyon ng Korte Suprema, may pagkakataon pa po na mabago ito. Regardless kung ilan po yung mga bumoto dyan, ay meron pa naman po kami kailangan maihain para mapakita yung mga detalye na maaring hindi nila na-take into consideration na sa una nilang desisyon.
Opo.
Alright, yun po. No? Yun ang reply ni Attorney Princess Abante, who is the spokesperson of the House of Representatives tungkol sa issue po. Alright, this time around, I'm going to share with you some footages po regarding ang mga reactions ng mga senador, congressmen natin po, no? Tungkol sa issue. And, alright, nandito po ang reaction ni Senator Subiri.
Because if we do, we may be courting a contempt order from the Supreme Court and a possible constitutional crisis. Not to mention a very dangerous precedent. If we proceed with the impeachment trial in defiance of a unanimous en banc ruling.
Dagdag pa ni Subiri, ang pagsalungat sa desisyon ng hukuman ay magsasapanganib sa sistema ng check and balances na pundasyon ng demokrasya ng Pilipinas.
Whether we agree to the decision or not, the Supreme Court remains as the final arbiter of all constitutional issues. Let me say that again. The Supreme Court remains the final arbiter of all constitutional issues. Lest we want to destabilize the framework of our government, we must respect and honor the Supreme Court of the Republic.
Alright, yun po ang reaction ni Senator Subiri po. Delikado talaga ito po. Nakikita natin parang sabon talaga ang House of Representatives, spearheaded by Speaker Martin Romualdez po, no? So it's a very, very dangerous move po. Now we'll see. Ang Philippines is a democratic country wherein we have three main departments po. We have the Chief Executive, mayroon tayo Legislative. Legislative comprises of the lower house, House of Representatives, and the higher house, which is the Senate. No? And of course, the Judicial. So, Judicial, it means po, this is the people, mga justices, who will interpret ang laws ng Filipinas po. No? And we should respect ang the decision of the Supreme Court po kasi yun po ang trabaho nila. Yun po ang trabaho nila. Alright, let me share you another footage. Also, again, a reaction from some senators po regarding the issue. Andito po.
Senator Erwin Tulfo na hindi niya pa nababasa ng buo ang pasya ng hukuman. Aniya, nilirespeto niya ang ruling ng Supreme Court at interpretasyon nito ng konstitusyonal na hangganan sa impeachment process. Kung bibigyan niya siya ng oportunidad, handa siyang tuklin ang kanyang dakilang tungkulin at hayaang magsalita ang ebidensya. Ayon pa sa nakababatang Tulfo, aakto siya kasama ang mga kapwa-senador upang panindigan ang mandato sa kanila ng saligang batas ng may integridad at pagiging patas. Inaasahan nito na pag-uusapan ito ng mga senador sa Lunes kung susundin pa o babaliwalain ang desisyong ito ng Korte Suprema. Ngunit para kay Senador Francis Kiko Pangilinan, pinigilan anya nito ang kanilang trabaho at mandato sa usapin ng public accountability habang ang Senado at Kamara ay co-equal sa Supreme Court kaya hindi anya ito tama. Sa kabila ng pagtutol ng ilang mga senador, may iba pa na sumang-ayon na ang paghahain ng verified complaint ng nasa ikatlong bahagi ng lahat ng miyembro ng House of Representatives ang itatatag na articles of impeachment kasunod ng agarang paglilitis ng Senado. Binigyan diin naman ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian na ang kanyang mga aksyon ay laging patay sa patnubay ng konstitusyon. Kinikilala rin ito ang Supreme Court bilang final authority sa pagpapakahulugan ng mga legalidad sa mga naturang paglilitis. Bunsod nito, sinabi ni Senator Win na nagsalita na ang Korte Suprema at nirerespeto nito ang unanimous decision ng Korte na nagdeklara na hindi konstitusyonal ang impeachment complaint ng House. Sinundan din ni Senator Vicente Tito Soto III ang nauna nitong pahayag na pag-aaralan din niya ang payo sa kanya ng isang legal luminary na maaaring i-disregard ng Senado ang desisyon ng hukuman. Aniya, bagaman hindi ito inaasahan, ay susuko ito sa judicial wisdom ng Supreme Court upang mapanatili ang sistema ng gobyerno na ang Korte Suprema ang natatanging hukom ng konstitusyonalidad ng mga aksyon ng ehekutibo at lehislatibo. May panahon anya na hindi pinakikialaman ng Korte ang isang politikal na kwestiyon, kaya ito ay isang complete climate change sa bisperas ng pagbubukas ng 20th Congress. Asher Kadapan Jr., UNT.
Alright, yan po ang reaction of some of the senators, and this time I would like to share with you ang reaction din ni Senator Risa Hontiveros po. Let's listen to this.
Consider mag-file ng motion for reconsideration. May mga wise na mga kolum at sulat na inilalabas payo kung paano pwede pa rin sa diwa ng pagrespeto sa Korte Suprema, pero pwede pa rin salbahin yung proseso ng impeachment na alang-alang hindi lang sa Senado, alang-alang sa mamamayan.
Alright, narinig niyo po ang boses ni Senator Risa Hontiveros. And this time around, the question is, ano ang stand ng Malacanang? And here is a statement coming from the spokesperson para sa daily palace briefing po, and I'm referring to no other than Attorney Claire Castro. Let's listen to this. Saan na yun? Claire Castro. Brief lang ito po. Let's listen.
Siyempre, alam naman natin kung sino ba ang final arbiter, di ba? Kundi ang Supreme Court. Okay, iba kasi yung nirespeto mo ang desisyon ng Supreme Court, iba naman yung pinaniniwalaan mo ba kung tama ba yung desisyon ng Supreme Court. Magkaiba yun. Di ba? So may mga pagkakataon na masasabi natin na, uy, mukhang mali ang Supreme Court dito dahil mukhang hindi nasunod yung mga dating jurisprudence. Pero kapag nagsalita ang Supreme Court, wala tayong magagawa kundi respeto ito.
Alright, klaro-klaro po. Sabi ni Atty. Claire Castro, ang spokesperson, para sa daily briefing ng Malacanang po. Diyan sa Pilipinas, sabi niya, irespeto ang desisyon ng Supreme Court. Pero ang House of Representatives, ayaw talaga po. That's why they are filing this motion for reconsideration po. Reconsideration. So, yun po ang latest updates natin po tungkol sa issue. Very hot issue po. And it comes just 1 or 2 days before the resumption or mag-umpisa na po ang 20th Congress dyan sa Pilipinas, both the House of Representatives and the Senate. And at the same time, scheduled na po ang State of the Nation Address of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Bukas yun po, tomorrow yun po. And let's see. Let's see po anong decision. Tomorrow morning, I can assure you that I'm going to closely monitor ang happenings dyan po sa House of Representatives. At the same time, dyan po sa Senado po. Dyan sa Senado. And in the afternoon, at 4 o'clock, expect tayo po we will also monitor ang live telecast ng State of the Nation address of President Bongbong Marcos. This will be the fourth year wherein Marcos Jr. will be reporting to the public of what he has done the year that was, and ano-ano mga programs niya for the next year, for 2026 po. 2026. Alright, siguro, after being so serious about the situation dyan po sa Pilipinas, tungkol sa impeachment trial of Inday Sara Duterte, tungkol ang visitation of Inday Sara Duterte dyan po sa South Korea, and mga reaction din po ng Kamara, reaction ng mga senators and congressmen regarding the issue. So this time, before I will conclude, siguro let me share you, parang punting entertainment tayo po, no? Entertainment tayo. Itong scheduled boxing match between PNP Chief General Nicolas Torre and acting mayor of Davao City, si Sebastian Baste Duterte. And everybody knows na hindi ito matuloy po, no? Hindi ito matuloy. And what is the purpose of this thing, making it something very big dyan po sa Pilipinas? Some are saying it is a diversional technique done by, sabihin natin, ng Marcos administration po, those who are against the Duterte camp. Duterte camp. But anyway, nandito po ang footage. Let me share you ang footage po. Ang sitwasyon dyan po sa Araneta Coliseum. Memorial Coliseum po. Scheduled dyan po ang bout between Torre and Baste. But everybody knows na it was just a drawing. But anyway, let's watch and listen to General Torre. Nasa ano siya po. He went there waiting for Duterte to arrive. And accordingly, nakita natin po, may mga social media posting winner by default. Winner by default. Andito po. Let's listen and watch.
Statements na rin siya na hindi na rin darating eh. Kaya itunuloy na lang natin sapagkat marami ang nagbayad. Marami ang nagbayad. Nakalikom na ng mga 350,000 na raw sa gates eh. So, we have to show up and give the people what they expect. So, expected naman siguro ng mga tao na hindi rin siya darating. So, nagpakita na rin lang ako.
Sir, sa statement po niya na Tuesday or Wednesday, wag lang Sunday.
Marami na akong trabaho eh. So, it's, you know, alam na ng netizens yan kung ano ibig sabihin yan. Medyo, hindi na, kaya natin tinuloy dito, no, na ngayon, hindi na Martes, Huwebes, kung ano man ang sinasabi. Because, well, unang-una, ang mga tulong ay dapat na nating mailabas sa ating mga kababayan. Dapat na nating mai-distribute. Kaya, hindi makapaghintay yan eh. So, hindi na natin mahintay kung ano man ang schedule niya. Ang schedule ng taong bayan na ating susundin. Kanina, doon sa ring may dagdag pang 300,000. So, 16.3 ang cash natin. 16.3 million ang cash natin. Tapos, meron tayong bigas, dilata. Ang dilata natin, mga 2 truck. May isang kumpanya na, maraming kumpanya ang nag-donate at may isang kumpanya na isang truck talaga na isang wing van ang pinadala ng mga dilata. So, didistribute na natin. Nakita nyo naman siguro nandyan na nakadisplay naman na yung mga
Sir, may mga lugar po ba kayong napili na tutulungan?
ay binigyan na namin sa DSWD, sa National Red Cross at Quezon City Red Cross. Mamaya ay pupunta kami sa Paseco, magdadala kami ng konting ayuda rin, part ng ayuda ay dadala namin sa kanila. You know, may mga nagtatanong kasi, bakit pa itinuloy at kailangan ba ito? Well, unang-una, kami mga pulis ang first responder, nasa frontliners kami. Kaya nakita namin ang paghirap ng ating mga kababayan. And now, nang nag-issue ng ganong statement si Vice Mayor, nakita ko ang opportunity kaagad na, uy, maganda ito. We can raise funds outside of the government resources. Kasi ang government resources naman, nandiyan naman, pero mas maganda na rin siguro na tayong mga nasa private sector, ang mga iba pang mga tao na outside dun sa mga fund generating agencies ng gobyerno ay makapag-generate din ng sariling pondo pantulong sa ating mga kababayan.
Alright, yun po ang video clip ni Torre. Later on, I will give some comments on this thing po. But let's I will share with you also another video coming from Baste Duterte.
Hindi naman kita hinamon. Sinabi ko talaga, pag nagsuntukan tayo, mabubugbog kita. Hindi kita hinamon, tanga. You're just as stupid as the journalist that asked you. Hindi naman kita hinamon. Sinabi ko talaga, pag nagsuntukan tayo, mabubugbog kita. Hindi kita hinamon, tanga. You're just as stupid as the journalist that asked you.
Alright, yun po ang recorded statement of acting mayor of Davao City, si Sebastian Baste Duterte po, no? Okay, for me, there are good things and bad things today po when it comes to this so-called, I called it as Thriller in Manila Part 2, no? Because the Thriller in Manila, that was in 1975 yata yun po, no? October 1st, 1975. And ngayon is 2025 po. And the 1925 boxing match, title match po, is between Muhammad Ali and Fraser, no? And Fraser. So ngayon it is Torre and Duterte. First thing first po, I'm happy na at least ang mga tao, mga Filipinos, marami pa rin mga Filipinos po, mga kind-hearted people po, no? Who considers of sharing the blessings to the less fortunate people sa society natin. Kagaya mga Filipinos who became victims of the flash flood or floodings dyan po sa Pilipinas, no? Dami po. Ayan, according to Torre, malaki. We have how many millions yun po? 16? Was it 16 million? And then may mga bigas, may mga delata na donate po. That is one thing good. I'm very happy. But the only thing I hope that this General De La Torre will be transparent po, no? Tomorrow or after the distributions na po, no, they will come up with a report to the public po kung saan-saan napunta ang pera, kung sino-sino mga beneficiaries ng so-called charity dinner po, charity boxing po, because we don't want that these are donation, public donations po, no? You have to inform the public na kung nasaan napunta ang pera po, no? From this last centavo po, please inform us po, no? Please inform us na. Because a lot of people were saying also, everybody knows that this match will not materialize, will not come true. It's only a drawing. Yet wondering why si General Torre blow this up, no? Itong boxing po. Is it politically motivated? Maybe not him, but somebody was guiding him and say it is an opportunity to, hit back the Dutertes. Hit back the Dutertes po, no? Hit back the Dutertes. And using the sufferings of the Filipinos who became victims of typhoon. No, of typhoon. Kaya nga, I am hoping that the chief of police, through his people, they will do the proper accounting po and inform the public kung saan-saan po nagpunta itong mga donations po, goods, and of course, ang financial donations po. No? Para at least wala tayong issue dyan po. Now, the other thing I would like to say is, yes, based on what I have shown to you, itong footage kanina kay acting mayor of Davao City, si Baste, he said he did not challenge. He was just saying that he likes to, fight si Torre, no? And since Torre made a condition making this fighting as a charity event, So naglagay din siya ng condition si Baste, Mayor Baste. He said, okay, you tell your boss, you tell the President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos to say it from the horse's mouth na go for the hair follicle test o drug test po. Hindi lang siya, but all government officials, and matuloy tayo po itong boxing match. And Saturday po, it was already announced and posted sa mga social media, and a lot of Filipino knows that Baste Duterte already flew para sa Singapore together with his family po. May schedule na siya yan po, no? Advanced schedule. So everybody knows that it will not push through. But why play this event po? Is it? Medyo may konting big question mark dyan po. Sino kaya ang person or people behind this very, sabihin natin, excellent ba yun? Excellent ba yun? Idea given to General Torre po, Nicolas Torre. But anyway, tapos na yun. What is important is mayroon na mga donations, mayroon na in goods, in kinds, mayroon na cash donations. Let us know kung nasaan napunta ang mga donations ng mga tao. And kaya sabi ni Bongbong Marcos, siguro na kailangan. Kasi sabi ni Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos, no, we Filipinos, we have to accept that this is already a normal norm. Normal na yun, mga Filipinos, to experience flash flood, to be victims of a typhoon po. Sabi niya, grabe naman itong presidente natin po. Instead of telling to the Filipinos that he's doing everything to solve the problem of flooding, what he said is, we have to accept it. Normal norm na ito po. Normal norm na daw ito po. Kasi since time immemorial, how many years already we have been experiencing or expecting, parang scheduled typhoon na yan dito sa Pilipinas o dyan sa Pilipinas po. Every year we're expecting something like 15 to 20 typhoons to visit the Philippines po. Normal na daw yun po. Normal norm na daw yun po. Sabi ang presidente natin. But anyway, kayo na bahala po. This is my personal opinion. And kayo na bahala po. Ano ang mga personal opinion ninyo po? I will leave it to you. So in the meantime, siguro hanggang dito na lang ang NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico. And sana in one way or the other, I managed to give you the news that you deserve. No? Itong mga kababayan ko dito sa Malaysia, mga Malaysian friends ko po, sa West Malaysia, sa East Malaysia, and that is Sabah and Sarawak. And of course, to those who are monitoring itong programa NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, ang mga overseas Filipino workers sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo, ang mga senior citizens natin, ang mga sabihin tayo ng mga kababayan, friends natin na may sakit, mga pregnant women. I hope maskin paano I managed to entertain you and give you what you deserve when it comes to the news that is happening in the Philippines. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day. And of course, I would like to repeat again, to reiterate, Happy Grandparents' Day to each and every one of us. Malaysia, Sabah, Philippines, God bless us all. And take care of yourself. I love you and see you next episode. Bye.